Thank you. Um, where I get my pistol. I think more or less the kingdom of God had turned so easy since the Tikran, which are well on the 42nd week on the very eve of the 43rd week, 2022, in which Jeremiah spoke quite enough, uh, bringing everything he had said to an end. And on this, for the third week, we have consecutive things that Jeremiah 43 is actually telling us, of which, and it came to pass that when Jeremiah had made an end to of all speeches unto all the people, that after three crowns had dictated on that eve of for the third week, and the word of Lord God, for which even on Sunday, which is the beginning of the week, for which the Lord our God had sent him to them, even all these words which we talk about, they are for a proof. Though uh, I've got consecutive statement here from the area that supplies supplies us the word of life, of which majority of what we have today simply based on to push ahead the more, not looking back at those who are proving God that He hadn't actually bring the madness of here Afghanistan, crazy form of government. Though we need to continue to endure the scenarios that are growing around us. So God told us today in Genesis 47, verses 9. He said, And Jacob said unto Pharaoh, at the days of the years of my pilgrimage, and 130. And you can imagine when somebody is 130-year old, that's about 34-year-old, more senior than the Queen of England that died by to meet again on the 8th day of the embers. I've not attained unto the days of the years of the life of my father and the days of his pilgrimage. And Genesis 47, verses 10 said, And Jacob blessed Pharaoh and went out from before Pharaoh. So if Jacob had blessed Pharaoh, I think today we should talk more of the blessings that we are to claim maybe throughout Sundays. Many cannot actually claim them. Maybe they did not attend the nearest Bible-based believing churches where they can find one or two things to actually bring them to God. So today, me, um, as the planet, military other states, begin to defund police across the world based on one or two issues which are giving wrong signals to the house of God. And it started by all the police men in all the 10 continents should not receive a salary that is above 100 pounds. And also, there's nothing we can do about it. Police is not too much, it's just a domestic job. And then from there, the budget system of all police institutions is now divided into to half or quarter so that they can have gun controls. Majority of the police system doesn't use gun, but majority of them In some other areas, they use guns, and the economy had grown to this point where the guns they use must actually. So, since the plus 2, 3, 4 days, I've seen how somebody was trying to move to Seoul. Then all the media keep talking about it. They want to shift themselves into 2023. This is the uh, time where we are at the 24th day of October 2022. And it has been a day where documents that actually will push us through consecutively coming from the defense system, and that is in fact to establish a relationship between I and Sia Kosobel. And the relationship God had laid that down 2 days ago. She's actually the first lady again. And I think you will begin to step back. Having to see Buhari in Korea, and she could not voice or text me right here at P1. So we have nothing to do this. Despite Sia is the chief of defense and having a relationship, I think she's now the acting first lady of the planet. This relationship goes deeper, like Jacob is blessing Pharaoh. The blessing that comes through continue to elevate me right here. I think we're going probably honeymoon or first dating. Like to know people like to know what exactly is the affection, what is on ground, and why the police system actually had failed. What do we need? Uh, there is a logistic vehicle called Camry 2011 that went on more like this Monday morning should have been ready. And as a military head of state, it's necessary that we should consider the directives from the Word of God. It's very, very important, especially in the book of Jeremiah. When Jeremiah then began to bring all the statements to conclusion, it had meant probably he had reached a level where he was calling people to come to God, and how he was advising people on how best to do the dietaries as he received them. And then it's so amazing that I have to actually today continue to bring some matters to conclusion. Hundreds of millions of people and understand how the earth dissipates. We arrest telecommunication members. We have to defund the enemies of NASA. I have to defund all the enemies of the WISA. I have to defund all the enemies of the countries of Virginia. And I have to defund majority of the enemies of state of the South Armstrong University, Buckingham Palace, 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue, Aso Rock, and Head of State Palace, Abuja, Sule Palace, and the Knowledge Road, and all of what is of PY, and the Mashalasi downstream, and all of that in the new local government headquarters of Alimosho, a Cotton God want, and so on. It's not everybody that laugh with you that actually are your friends. Your best friends are those, your enemies instead are those who call themselves your best friend. You begin to know who are your best friend when there are issues in need. They cannot actually alternatively rescue God and assist God to provide blessings to you, success to you, prosperity to you, and so much more. I would like to use this Monday to encourage Africa as a whole that America begin to be a federation as a United States, as a middle forms of federation in the medium states. They are not a union, they are a United States. They are in the United States that actually now turned into a royal system of government by the Club 224. So therefore, actually, George Bush Albert Washington King cannot do it all. He needs hands to assist him to begin this for the third week from sundown straight to Saturday. There are much things to talk about. That is to capitalize the structure of America. It's good that even though if I had got a station as university in Virginia, that means I'm 100% part of the sovereignty system of America. America Constitution, will all of us know as a world that it is destined to begin to be adjusted and amended. We cannot go too far without actually killing more of the broadcasters who are actually are denied. Definitely, CBS will begin to close this week when we have nothing about Three Crown in America. Taking up all of the 44th administration to 45th and 46th to be void. I believe that America for the third presidency is the last. So all of those who then stretch and like 44, 45, 46 should round up and get back. And then I have no 800 billion to give to Joe Biden administration so they can round up. And it's up to them how they intend to use their lives. At this live broadcast, see that I'm trying to write share and write share and write there. These are the reasons why I tell some part of the world that there's no signal that any of you is passing anywhere. It's just I in the battle to reduce majority of you. You all are defunded, and those who are of private institution, it is destined that even those who provide the services are to pay a trillion per seconds until they you all become void. So therefore, I would like to begin to congratulate each and every one of you and tell you goodbye because the week itself is so therefore I believe that the First Lady CR is the most strongest for now. As she is the First Lady, she's as well the Chief of Defense. I was talking about who then is going to Abuja, from Abuja rather, to Bangu at Central African Republic, into Bangu, and from Bangu to Tigray. I saw that God had created some aspects at the God had created some journey at the let me see it quickly at the corporate